Hey y'all, it's Tom, your frugal prepper. So I am working on Greta. She don't let me down. It started running real rough. I took it over to their house. I cut the other grass yesterday. Ran great. Right towards the end, started like missing and hiccuping a little bit. I thought it was just low on fuel. So I was finished. I pulled it on up in the truck. I got it over here, blew it out, all the grass and stuff, and it started like missing, like one, and so I took the air cleaner off to spray some carb clean down in it, and I noticed like every time it missed, it backfired through the carburetor just a little bit, which could be like, a timing issue, like if the gear's getting worn on the cam in there. But I know that from doing a little YouTube research that these engines have a tendency for the valves to need adjusted periodically. It's a solid lift cam, solid lift system. And SS things get worn or whatever, they need adjusted to 4000s clearance. So I'm going to give it a shot and see if that's all it is. That's what I'm hoping. The valves seem to have equal and plenty of movement. So I don't think it's worn out cam lobe or anything like that. But what my understanding is that top valve gets out of adjustment and it opens late. And then the intake valve opens before that one gets closed or open all the way or whatever. And then there'll still be some back pressure and it'll backfire through the carb a little bit. And the other symptom is every once in a while when you go to start it, it'll just kind of lock and won't turn. And you'll have to wait for like the compression to die down a little bit and then hit it again and then it'll start up. And it's been doing that a little bit lately too. So those are both symptoms of the valves. I'm just going to get them adjusted and try it. I got a new valve cover gasket ordered on Amazon, so I'm going to replace that, long term. But just for now to try to, that gasket will be good enough for me to stick the cover back on there and just try running it and see if she runs. Okay, once I get these adjusted, we'll see. Let me turn this fan off here, hang on. About to fumigate myself to death. But that's how it's running. So the valves were loose. I did take them to 4000s. And it seemed to help just a little. So I took them to 3000s. That maybe seemed to help even a little more. It's not quite as bad, but it's still doing that. And you hear a couple times there where it's still backfired up through the carburetor. Tried a new spark plug. That didn't make any difference. Luckily I got some on clearance a long time ago that were those 14 YCs that this took for $1 a piece, so I had some. I'm not quite sure. I did, while it was running, take this oil cap off, make sure there was no exhaust gases like in the crankcase, like that would indicate a blown head gasket. I'm not saying that it can't still be a problem, but I think I might try pulling that carb off and spraying it out real good next set before I go too much farther with anything. But it sure seems like it's a timing issue of some kind. So maybe some of you guys have a little more experience with these 17 horse overhead valve Craftsman. Those are Briggs & Stratton. See if I can get the it is a model 310707 type 0137 E1, if that means anything to anybody. Give me some pointers as to why you think this thing's running so rough. Like I said, it was cutting fine and it just started doing this. Just in the middle of cutting moderate grass, just running along with no problems, and this started. And then it kind of went away for a little bit, and then it started doing it again, and now it won't stop doing it. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.